roller skate?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
They had a roller rink in Morrison, so that was a thing. And there was one in Sterling, over by the hospital, I think.
It was,
Yep,
really?
across from the hospital. Where else did we go? Most of the time we went to Morrison. Oh, yeah. And then you just bounce right back the next day. I think if I did it now, I wouldn't be able to walk for a while.
I wouldn't mind going, yeah. I don't like rollerblading because I got really flat feet, so that's kind of hard to hold up, you know.
I do better with the rollerblading than I do the roller skating now, and I'm not sure why that is. When I tried to go back from the rollerblades to the regular 4 wheels on it, I didn't do as well. So I don't know if I just got used to the rollerblades.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You think it takes more effort to hold up the rollerblade than the?
I think your ankles
You would think
work a
so,
little
yeah,
harder.
yeah. But I found that I was, in my old age now, I found I was just the opposite. It was easier for me to do the rollerblading than it was.
Yeah.
Of course, as a kid, I did all the ice skating because I lived next to O'Connell's Jellystone.
Sure.
So I used to just walk across the street and go ice skating. So
Yeah.
maybe that's just muscle memory.
You sure, yeah.
So you have to let me know when you go. We'll go roller skating.
No. I'm not scared, I go. And Josh says he's a good faller, so he can always go.
He's a good faller.
Yeah. He's like that stuck guy that's always falling and never gets hurt.
We got the air conditioning on today.
Yeah, it is a little cooler in here.
I can feel the air moving.
How about you doing? Are you a roller skater?
No, not really.
Did you do it when you were a kid?
Only one time. I've never been very good on my balance. And then with my ear disease, I'm even worse now, so I wouldn't think about trying it. Long time I was next to the wall or anything.
I just think about couple skate. Like if you found a guy that couldn't go backward, you're like,
Yeah.
Now they have like little walkers that the little kids use.
Those, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you could probably do it with a walker. I do it with a walker.
We should have thought of that years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was always Princeton. I always went to Princeton to go roller skating. And then they made that the DMV, and I was really depressed because that was the end of my roller skating time as a kid. Because I didn't know about Morrison and I didn't know about Sterling. The only thing my family knew about was Princeton.
Yeah.
And they didn't make it a DMV. Shitty dark.
That is really disappointing. That's a big disappointment.
It is. Such an abrupt change. too.
Right, exactly. No transition, just.
Yeah.
the kids, hooray.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for being here today and reliving your roller skating times. And you'll know how well Amanda and I do when we come back to yoga on Sunday.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
need knee pads. We should get knee pads.
Yeah. These bruises that all of a sudden appear.
Or
you
you're
know.
walking funny.
Yeah.
Stiff-legged.
Well, that's the reason I can feel air. That fan is on.
Right.
Yeah.
That air conditioning, I guess.
Yeah.
Breath in and out. And another breath in and out. Taking our arms up, overhead, and leaning to the right side. Letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. And bringing both hands back to heart center. Another breath. We'll take our arms up, overhead, and then off to the left side. Letting that bottom hand fall away and stretching out. And returning both hands back to heart center. Another breath. We'll take our left hand over to our right knee. Right hand travels around behind, overlooking the right shoulder. And as you exhale, slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you. And coming back to center. Another breath. Right hand, left knee, left hand travels around behind, overlooking our left shoulder. And as you exhale, again slowly turning your torso and seeing if you might be able to look behind you on the other side. And returning back to center.
They didn't turn that clock in my head.
Yes, I've been waiting for a tall person to help me. I can't reach
Remind me.
Breath in and out. We'll take our legs wide, stretching out. Right hand, right ankle, taking the left arm over top. Bringing that left hand down to our right toes. Right hand to our right toes. And exhaling down, bringing our nose as close as we can to that right knee. Inhaling up, left hand, left ankle, right arm over top. Bringing that right hand down to our left toes. Left hand to our left toes. And exhaling down, nose to that left knee. Inhaling up, stretching wide, left fingers, right toes. Again, we're exhaling down to that knee. Inhaling up, stretching wide, right fingers, left toes. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, again stretching wide, left fingers, right toes, exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching wide, last time, right fingers, left toes, and again exhaling down to that left knee. Inhaling up. We'll bring that right hand to our right ankle, left hand to our left ankle, and we're going to exhale, bringing our torso forward as much as we can, bringing that nose closer to the mat. Inhaling, straightening our torso up, exhaling, chest as close as we can to the mat. Inhaling, bring our torso up. And one more time, exhaling, chest as close as we can to the mat. And inhaling up, we'll bring both legs together. Here's our forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the right knee, putting that right ankle on top of the left thigh, and reaching forward for the left toes. Taking both legs long, forward fold. Inhaling up, bending the left knee, putting that left ankle on top of the right thigh, and reaching forward for those right toes. Again, taking both legs long, reaching for our toes. And here we're going to put our hands behind our hips. We're not going to come into our full boat position. We're just going to lean back enough to be able to bring up both ankles off the mat. We're going to bend those knees into our chest. Stretch those legs out so the ankles are just off the mat. Bring those knees into our chest. stretch our legs out so our ankles are just off the mat. Bring those knees into our chest and stretch those legs out so the ankles are just off the mat and hold. Coming back into our seated position, back into our forward fold. And we'll do that one more time. So we're going to bring our hands behind us. We're going to bring those ankles just a little bit off the mat. Bend those knees into our chest. Stretch those legs out so they hover just off the mat. Into our chest. Stretching our legs out to hover. Back into our chest. And stretching those legs out to hover. Coming back into our seated position. And back into our forward fold. From here, coming into our table, hands and knees. Starting in our cow position with our head up, relaxing our back. Here's cat, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up. Exhaling back around into my cow. Cat again, inhaling, tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up. Exhaling back around into cow. And here's that cat again. Tucking my head, arching my back, pulling my tummy up. And exhaling back around into our cow. Taking that breath in and out. We'll take our left leg out to the side. Drawing up from the torso, taking both arms up, overhead. Bringing that right hand down to the floor, stretching the left over top. Taking both arms up, overhead. Left hand, left ankle, stretching the right over top. Bring both hands to that left ankle, looking off to that left side. And returning both arms up, overhead. We'll bring those hands down to the mat. We're going to drop down onto our forearms. Keeping that left leg out, I'm going to stretch my left arm up towards the ceiling. Coming back onto my forearms, stretching that right arm up towards the ceiling. And I'm gently going to go back and forth, stretching one arm up, and then the other. Back onto my forearms. I'm going to bring my forehead down to the mat and stretch those arms out nice and long. With that right arm out in front, we're going to reach back with that left hand for that left ankle. Bringing both arms back out in front, left leg is still out to the side. We're going to reach back with the right hand for the right ankle. into our tabletop position, hands and knees. For a breath in and out. We'll take that right leg out to the side. Drawing up from the torso, taking both arms up, overhead. Left hand down to the floor, stretching the right over top. Returning both arms up, overhead. Right hand, right ankle, left over top. And then we're bringing that left hand down to the right ankle, looking off to the right side. And we're returning, bringing both arms up, overhead. We'll bring those hands down to the mat, dropping down onto our forearms again. And we'll start by taking that right arm up, coming back onto our forearm, stretching the left arm up, and back and forth. Stretching one arm up, and then the other. Nice and slow, nice and easy. And then we're coming back onto our forearms. We're going to drop our forehead down to the mat, stretching those arms out long in front of us. Leaving that left arm extended, we're going to take the right hand over to the right ankle. Bringing both arms back out front. And then we're going to take this left hand back to the left ankle, leaving our forehead on the mat. Returning both arms out in front. And returning back into our table, hands and knees. For that breath in, and out. Here we'll take that right arm out in front and bring that left leg out behind us. Bending the left knee. Drawing my right elbow back. Connecting. Stretching out. Bending that left knee. Drawing that right elbow back. Connecting. Stretching out. This time as you bend the left knee, we'll bring this right hand around. See if we can hang on to those left toes. And coming back into our table position. Again for that nice breath in and out. We'll stretch that left arm out in front and take that right leg out behind us. Bending the right knee, drawing that left elbow back, connecting, stretching out, bending that right knee, drawing that left elbow back, connecting, stretching out. And here we go, we're bending that right knee. We'll bring that left hand around and see if we can hang on to those right toes. And returning back into our table. For a breath in and out. When you're ready, we're going to head into our down dog, tucking our toes, back side up. We'll start by walking dog. Right knee forward and back. Left knee forward and back. Just like we're walking. into our down dog. Right hand over to the left ankle. Coming back, down dog. Left hand over to the right ankle. Coming back. And then we'll bring that right foot forward. We're inhaling up, taking our arms overhead for warrior one. Bringing our hands down to the mat. Taking that right foot back. Down dog. We'll bring that left foot forward. Inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing our hands down to the mat. Scooting that left foot back. Returning back, down dog. We're going to take this into our pigeon. How we get there is we're going to cross that right ankle to the top of the left thigh. We're going to drop that left knee down to the mat. Scoot that left leg back a little farther. Take our arms up overhead. We're bringing our hands down to the mat. Tucking those left toes. Scooting our backside up. And separating out into our down dog. Then we'll cross that left ankle to the top of the right thigh. We're going to drop that right knee down to the mat. Scoot the right leg back. Stretch up into our pigeon. Bringing our hands down to the mat. Tucking those right toes. Scooting our backside up. And separating out into our down dog. We're going to bring our right foot forward. And as we do, we're going to tip forward, pick up that left leg, keeping that right foot on the mat, and just stretching upward. Coming back into our down dog. Now bring that left foot forward into our lunge. And where we're headed here is we're going to tip forward, bringing our nose closer to that left knee as we pick up that right leg. And we'll come back into our down dog. Same thing we just did, bringing that right foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat, scooting that right foot back, down dog. Left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat, scooting the left foot back, down dog. Here's our pigeon again. So we're going to bring that right ankle to the top of the left thigh, dropping that left knee down to the mat, pushing our left leg back, taking those arms up overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat, tucking our left toes, scooting our backside up, and back into our down dog. Then we'll bring that left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Bring that right knee down to the mat, scoot that right leg back, inhaling our arms up overhead. Bringing those hands down to the mat, tucking my right toes, Scooting my backside up and coming back into my down dog. And just like we did before, we're bringing that right foot forward. We're putting our weight over that right leg, bringing our nose closer to that right knee as we stretch that left leg up towards the ceiling. We'll come back into our down dog. Left foot forward into our lunge, putting our weight over that left thigh, bringing our nose closer to that left knee as we swing that right leg up towards the ceiling. And coming back into our down dog. Last time, this sequence, right foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat, right foot back, down dog. Left foot forward, inhaling up, warrior one. Bringing those hands down to the mat, taking that left foot back, down dog. Getting ready, here's our pigeon. We'll put that right ankle to the top of the left thigh, dropping that left knee down to the mat, pushing the left leg back, taking our arms up, overhead. Bringing our hands down to the mat, tucking those left toes, scooting our back sides up, and coming back into our down dog. Left ankle, top of the right thigh, dropping that right knee down to the mat, pushing the right leg back, inhaling up, taking our arms up, overhead. Bringing our hands down to the mat, tucking those right toes, back sides up, and back out into our down dog. Once more, we're moving that right foot forward. We're putting our weight over that right thigh as we tip forward, bringing our nose closer to the right knee, and taking the left leg up. Returning back, down dog. Left foot forward, bringing our weight over the left thigh, bringing our nose closer to the left knee, tipping forward, bringing that right leg up towards the ceiling. And returning back into our down dog. Here we're going to put our weight on the right foot. We're headed into three-legged dog, taking that left leg out behind us. Bending the left knee, turning my hip outward, dropping that foot over my hip. If you want it to be harder, walking your hands back, and see if you can put them around that right ankle. Coming back, down dog. Three-legged dog, other side. Weight is on that left foot, taking that right leg out behind us. Bending the right knee, turning my hip outward, dropping my foot over my hip. If you want it to be harder, walking your hands back and see if you can put them around that left ankle. Coming back, down dog. Walking my feet forward, right behind my hands, Slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, and settling into our mountain position. For our breath in, and out. When you're ready, here's our tree. Weights on the right foot, left foot against the right ankle, or somewhere along the right leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up, growing tree. And bringing those hands to heart center. And stepping back into our mountain. For our breath in, and out. Tree other side, legs on the left foot, right foot against the left ankle, or somewhere along the left leg. Growing tree, arms overhead. Springtime tree, arms to the side. Back up, growing tree. Bringing those hands to heart center. And stepping back into our mountain. For a breath in, and out. We'll take it into our triangle. Right foot forward, left is behind. Stretching our arms out. Right hand, right ankle, and the left arm is up. Maybe taking that right arm out to the left side. Bringing both hands around the right ankle, looking up, gaze and pose, and making our way back up. Settling into our mountain. Triangle other side, left foot forward, right is behind. Stretching our arms out, left hand, left ankle, and the right arm is up. Maybe taking our left arm out to the right side. And we're bringing both hands around that left ankle. Looking up for our gaze and pose. And making our way back up. Settling into our mountain. For a breath in and out. When you're ready, here's our sun salutation, arms overhead. Coming forward into our forward fold, hands behind our calves. Relaxing our head, relaxing our neck. Putting our hands on the mat in front of our toes. Bringing those hands up to our knees, down to the mat, up to our knees, down into the mat, and up to our knees, and back down to the mat. We'll leave the right foot forward, take the left behind, into our lunge. Right palm is down, rotating. Left arm overhead. Bringing that left hand down, rotating. Right arm overhead. Bringing that right hand down. We'll inhale up for our side angle. Right forearm, right thigh, left arm forward. Just switching our arms. Left forearm, right thigh, right arm forward. And into that reverse warrior. Right hands along the side. Bringing both hands together, heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows, looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our left elbow, right knee, turning to the side. And we're putting both hands down by that right foot. Getting ready, scooting that right foot back into our down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down, tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. And here we're going to take it into our elbows. So we're going to come up onto our toes, bend our knees, bring our weight forward. Our knees are an inch or so off the mat and hold. Pushing back. Down dog. Here we'll drop it down into our table, hands and knees. I'm going to take this left leg out behind me, stretching it straight back. Bring my nose down so it's an inch or so off the mat and hold. I'm going to come back into my table. I'm going to stretch this right leg out behind me. Bring my nose down so it's an inch or so off the mat and hold. Come back into my table, taking a breath. And from here we're headed into our elbows again. So we're kind of keeping the same position, just boosting our knees, an inch or so off the mat and holding. Dropping back down into our table for a breath in and out. Again, we'll stretch this left leg out behind us. Bring our nose an inch or so off the mat and hold. Coming back into our table, we'll stretch this right leg out behind us. Bringing our nose an inch or so off the mat and holding. Coming back into our table. And we'll do one more elbow. So we're in the position, all we gotta do is boost our knees off the mat and hold. Dropping back down into our table, knees on the mat. We'll take that left leg out behind us, bring our nose an inch or so off the mat, and hold. Coming back, table, hands and knees. Taking this right leg back behind us, stretching it out, bringing our nose an inch or so off the mat and hold. Coming back into our table, and we're going to head back into our down dog. From down dog, we're taking our feet behind us for a plank. We'll do a couple mountain climbers. We're bringing that right foot forward, behind the right hand. Taking the right foot back into our plank. Left foot forward, behind the left hand. Taking that left foot back into our plank. Right foot forward, behind the right hand. Right foot back into our plank. Left foot forward, behind the left hand. Here we go, back into our plank. Last set, mountain climber, right foot forward, behind the right hand, taking the right foot back, into our plank, left foot forward, behind the left hand, taking it back, into our plank, holding, and we'll take it all the way down. And we'll come up on our forearms for Sphinx. Taking that breath in and out. When you're ready, we'll take it into Cobra. Palms down, pushing our torso back. Here we go, we're gonna head into our down dog. Tucking my chin, bringing that left knee forward and holding. Putting the left foot down, tucking my chin, bringing that right knee forward and holding. Putting the right foot down. From our down dog, we're going to take it into our Cobra again. So stretching the other direction. Bringing our torso up. Returning, down dog. And we're going to take it into Cobra one last time. So keeping those legs behind us. Stretching our torso up. And finally back into our last down dog. We'll bring that left foot forward. Coming into our lunge. Left palm is down, rotating. Right arm overhead. Bringing that right hand down, rotating. Left arm overhead. Bringing that left hand down, side angle. Left forearm, left thigh. Taking the right arm forward. Just switching our arms. Right forearm, left thigh. Left arm forward. Into our reverse warrior. Left hands below the sun. Bringing both hands together. Heart center. Connecting my thumbs between my eyebrows. Looking up. Bringing those hands to heart center. And our twist. Right elbow, left knee. Turn it to the side. And we'll put both hands down for that left foot. When you're ready, bring that right foot forward into our forward fold. Slowly rolling upward, reaching on up, and settling into our mountain position. For our breath in and out. Here's our warrior two. Right foot forward, left is behind, bending the right knee, arms are out, overlooking those right fingertips. Taking the right hand up. Coming back. Taking that right hand all the way down. Left is up. Coming back. Here's our twist. Left forearm is headed to the outside of the right lower leg. And taking that right arm up towards the ceiling. Coming back. Warrior two. And stepping back into our mountain. Warrior to other side. Now our left foot's coming forward, the right is behind. We're bending that left knee. Arms are out. Overlooking this left fingertips. Taking the left hand up. Coming back. We'll take this left hand all the way down to the mat. The right is up. Returning back. Warrior two. And then we're bringing that right forearm forward, connecting it with the outside of the left lower leg. And taking that left arm up towards the ceiling. And returning back. Warrior two. And stepping back into our mountain. For our breath in and out. When you're ready, we're heading back into our table and head over onto our backs. Feet down, knees up, arms wide. For our breath in and out. When you're ready, crossing the right leg over the left, and we're taking both knees over to that left side. Stretching that top leg nice and long. With the right hand, we're reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, feet down, knees up, arms wide. Our breath in and out. Let's cross the left leg over the right. And we're going to take both knees off to the right side. Stretching that top leg, nice and long. With the left hand, we're reaching around for the toes or the ankle on the bottom. And maybe that right arm comes up towards the ceiling. And unwinding, coming back into our neutral. Feet down, knees up, arms wide. For that breath in and out. We'll take our right leg all the way up towards the ceiling, and we're rolling that right ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away, and then starting that circle with my right leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Taking that right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering that right heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale again, dropping that right heel almost to the mat. Not quite there. Letting it hover. And when you're ready, taking that right leg all the way back up with both hands, reaching for those right toes. And then releasing out, feet down, knees up, arms wide. And breath in and out. We're going to take our left leg up towards the ceiling. And roll that left ankle. First one way, and then the other. Pulling my toes towards me, pushing them away, towards me, and away. And I'm starting that circle with my left leg. Making that circle go around the other way. Bringing that left leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lowering that left heel halfway between the ceiling and the floor, and holding. As you exhale again, dropping that left heel almost to the mat, not quite there. Letting it hover. We'll bring that left leg all the way up with both hands for reaching for those left toes. And releasing out. Feet down, knees up. Hot breath in and out. We're going to take both legs up towards the ceiling. And we're going to do that crisscross. We're going to cross our ankles back and forth. Making our legs stationary again, a windshield wiper. We're taking both legs off to the right side. As you hold your legs off to the right side, bend those knees to your chest. Stretch those legs back out to the right side. Bring our knees into our chest. Stretch the legs to the right side. Bring those knees into our chest. And once more, stretch those legs off to the right side. And then we're taking our legs back up overhead again. And there's that crisscross motion. Crossing one ankle in front of the other. And then we're heading both legs off to the left side. Windshield wiper left. We'll bend those knees up to our chest. Extend those legs out to the left. Bend the knees into our chest. Legs out to the left. Once more, knees into our chest. Straighten our legs off to the left. And we'll take both legs back up, overhead. Again, that crisscross motion, back and forth. Coming back into our neutral, feet down, knees up. And we'll take it into a bridge. Palms down on either side of our hips. Pushing down with our feet, down with our hands. Boosting our backsides up, off the mat. And holding. Keep holding. And we're coming back down into our neutral for a breath. And then we'll roll over and we'll take a moment in child's pose. And then making ourselves comfortable for our Shavasana. On our backs. Sponge pose. Beginning with those deep breaths in and out. Inhaling all the way in and then pushing the air all the way out. See if we can extend that inhalation for about 5 seconds. And then push the air out for about 5 seconds. to notice that place, that pause between our inhalation and our exhalation. Slowly bring your awareness to your forehead, smoothing out your forehead. Relaxing your eyebrows. Relaxing that place between your eyebrows. Drawing that relaxation down through your cheeks and into your jaw. Maybe opening your mouth just a little bit as you invite your jaw to relax. Bringing that relaxation down through your neck. And as you exhale, dropping your shoulders, releasing them. Thinking about deepening that space between the bottom of your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Drawing that relaxation down through your arms, into your wrists, softening your hands, releasing your fingers, allowing your thoughts to come and go, not dwelling on any one thing. Bringing that relaxation down through your chest, into your tummy, relaxing your hips, softening your thighs, releasing your knees, lower legs, ankles, and your feet. Continue to drift and melt, slowing everything down. And maybe on today's journey, you imagine yourself walking down a mountain path, following that stream as it's going down the side of the mountain. You make your way around the switchbacks as you wind your way down the mountainside. All of the way keeping that stream in sight. It's a fall afternoon. You can hear the sound of the water. As you move away from the stream a little bit on the switchback, the sound becomes more distant, and around the next curve, you're headed back beside the stream, and the sound of that water rushing down the mountainside becomes louder again. You can smell the scent of pine. You smell some sweet grass by the water's edge. And as you look in the stream, you find a few trout darting this way and that way in the current as that stream tumbles down the mountainside. Soon to the base of the mountain, and the stream empties into a quiet pool at the base of the mountain. You can see the fall afternoon sun reflecting on the water. And you reach into the water, noticing its coolness against your skin. Taking a moment to sit by this pond at the base of the waterfall, at the base of the mountain. Taking a moment to see what's meant for you to see on your journey today. Coming back to your breath, noticing its peaceful, easy rhythm. Taking a moment to give thanks for whatever comes to mind today. Also taking a moment to think about our intentions. All those good things we'd like to do. Gathering those positive affirmations in our mind. And when we have those intentions gathered together, either in our mind's eye, or we can raise our arms up over our head and send all those good thoughts outward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. Reconnecting with our bodies, noticing the rise and fall of our chest as we inhale and as we exhale. Checking in with our fingers, wiggling our fingers, noticing how they feel. Checking in with our toes, wiggling our toes, noticing how they feel. Allowing our senses to bring us back to the room around us. Any sounds in the room, the temperature of the room. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling out. And when you're ready to come back from your journey, only when you're ready to come back, gently sitting up and taking your time. Namaste. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Marcia, sometimes you even though you don't feel well. Namaste.
Good class, John. Thank you.
Last week when Maria and I was here, and I had to leave for about 5 minutes. The bathroom, I came back, they were the exact same one, so when I left, I said, I didn't mean to put you on pause.
That's right, that's right.
We were still camping last week, so that's why we had to come. We were still gone. I think I told you, I could try to text him.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
We had the senior citizens last week.
Has Terry been coming?
Yes, no.
No. He wasn't doing that much anyway.
No.
I can tell why he had trouble with his you know, feet and back and everything. When he walks, you can see that one hip is about this, he's walking like this with his hips. You
So
look
he
at the
was
belt.
doing a little better when he went to yoga then, yeah?
It really does help, you know, your back and everything.
Yeah.
And it's my treat, Amanda, for you and Josh when you go roller skating. I forgot to
Awesome.
mention. My treat.
I know, we gotta figure out a time. That really would be fun. Especially when you don't got nothing else to do, you know? It's like, oh, let's just go roller skating.
Right, right.
No drinking alcohol, no drinking.
It'd be easier to fall down
Yeah,
then.
it's counterproductive.
Well, you won't feel anything if you fall down.
That's
That's
true,
right.
that is true. Yeah, that's positive, that's
Bye, Amanda.
Have a good week, Jen.
Thanks.
See you next week.
Bye, Marcia.